All right, y'all, we have to talk about this Bitcoin price action because right now, after a massively bearish Friday and weekend, Bitcoin is getting this giant blue candle to the upside on the 4-hour chart. And I want to go over exactly what is happening, what we can expect to happen, why we are getting this big move to the upside, and where we can expect to find resistance. So make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. So the overall context of this market right now is the fact that we are trading in this sideways range. Okay, this is the context for all this price action, where we were looking for basically shorts when we were up in this area, and then we are looking for longs down in this area. Now, the first thing that really stands out to me is the fact that we came down perfectly to the value area low of this range, and that is where we are finding massive support. And not only are we finding support here, but we are doing so with a very bullish pattern on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, this is the coveted uneven butt cheek pattern on the 4-hour time frame, where we can see on the left we have a very juicy, big, thick butt cheek, and on the right we have it's very slender, let's just put it that way, kind of like that waitress at the diner. You know who I'm talking about, the one that is very skinny. She kind of talks like this. She got a Brooklyn accent, a raspy voice because she smokes too many cigarettes. Yeah, she's skinny like this butt cheek over here. And that's called a bullish divergence, guys. When we see on the 4-hour time frame, especially, we see it in two places, right? First of all, we see it from this low at 20.7 down to this low at 19.8, and then we see it from the 19.8 low down to the 19.5 low, right? We see a divergence right here, and then we see the uneven butt cheek pattern right here. Okay, it looks like a butt, and this is called a bullish divergence. Okay, when we get a bullish divergence and we see market cipher B oversold like this down at the low of a sideways range, this is actually very, very bullish. Now, personally, I did not take it long here. I was actually waiting for a little bit lower, unfortunately. So typically I would show you guys my trades, but I am not in any trades right now. Okay, I'm waiting for an entry now to present itself, right? I'm not going to FOMO in right now. I'm going to wait for an entry to present itself. So let's talk about where we can expect the next levels of support and resistance to come in. So clearly we had a very fast move down. And so the next major area of resistance that we're going to encounter is actually going to be right here at this high volume node between the prices of 21.4 and I would even say 21.9. Okay, 21.4 and 21.9 is going to be the next major area of resistance. If we get a very fast move up into these areas, okay, we could get now a bearish trigger wave on market cipher B, or even juicier, in my opinion, would be to take out this high that we put in right here at 21.8, because that is also, if we take a fib from the high to the low, the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement. So in my mind, an opportunity for a really great short would be something like this, where then we would actually have a bearish divergence going the other way on the 4-hour time frame. That is one potential, okay, something that we need to be aware of. However, we are at the low of a macro range. The sentiment on the internet is extremely bearish. And right now, guys, S&P 500 actually getting a little rejection here from a local golden pocket, interestingly enough. So maybe we will get a move to the downside. But we can see the S&P 500 did gap majorly to the downside this morning when New York opened. And so, we'll kind of see what happens if the S&P 500 fills this gap and then continues to pump. Then we will wait for higher for Bitcoin, but potentially we could reject after filling that gap. We'll have to wait and see. But this for me on Bitcoin, the 21.4 to 21.8-ish is the next major area of resistance in my mind. And of course, if we can come above that, then we have major areas of resistance back at the high of this range right here. And I would say that that's coming in really anywhere between 24.4 and 23.4 thousand. Now, I know these are big zones, guys, and these are big zones, and that's because these are primarily levels that we're looking at for our swing trades, right? For me, the swing long is from somewhere down in this area, and I did have a little bit lower, hopefully, in mind, but these are the three major zones for Bitcoin. So let's just recap a little bit, because we need to make sure that we understand the context. Things are bearish. Jerome Powell comes out, he says some stuff, whatever, we dump, we pump, whatever, okay? Here's the reality of the situation. until we lose this sideways range, there's no reason to get overly bullish or bearish or trade emotionally, okay? Instead, what we need to do is have our levels clearly marked out on the chart, and when price gets to those areas, we assess the situation, we look at our indicators, and we determine, do we take a trade here, yes or no? And we do so with good risk management, because even if you take a loss, which I personally just took a loss this morning, guys, I did take a short right here, okay? I shorted this right here, okay? And that was a loss. And I had my, I was honestly hoping for lower here, okay? I was hoping for lower. So I did not lock in profits. I took a loss, okay? Did so with good risk management. This does not set me back. I wait for the next trade, okay? We're not gambling here. We are taking it from level to level using good risk management, okay? The overall context is that we are at a key area of support, and so before we get overly bullish or overly bearish, we need to understand the context of the market. So, right now, if we are looking for long trades from this area, we do have a pretty good risk to reward ratio. If we're going to target the highs again, I would not enter a long trade right here. But even if I did, it's a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, right? But that is what we're going to have to wait and see, guys. Now, if we start to lose this $17,000 area right down here, then I think it will be a very, very swift move to the downside, like it's been in the past as we have traded these sideways ranges, right? It's been pretty much every single range since November 11th has been a break to the downside. A big move to the downside range, 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 right? And so this is where we're at, guys, with the Bitcoin price. So just wanted to come in, make a quick update for you. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want to take the course and learn how we trade like this, you can check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This will give you the blueprint to find those levels and then learn how to have a plan in advance with good risk management so that you are able to slowly grow your account over time, which is the purpose of trading, right? And it's not to make money quick. It's to grow your account over time, to read the charts, feel confident in your trades, stop FOMO trading, stop trading with emotion. There's a 25% discount in the description of the video. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys found it very helpful. If you did, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace.